So it's time to introduce the KEO for the day. The KEO, what is KEO? I had posted this on the PR public group, and someone asked me what is this KEO is. KEO is knowledge, experience, and opportunity. This whole KEO idea had come up with today's KEO here. That is none other than our DTM Deepti Potnis, who is someone I've never met personally, but I know, in fact, no, a lot of people haven't met you personally, but a lot of people owe their credibility and owe their success in Toastmasters to you. We will know why. The first reason why this is that I know, of course, we'll know more from you. The first reason I know is that you're never willing to quit. You're always ready to start something new. If there is a roadblock, you somehow manage to bring something new in the picture. And that is what you did when you shifted from Qatar to India. Deepti today is a solutionpreneur. That's the first time I've heard from you. She is the founder of Infinia Solutique, a solution boutique to an emotional issue. I can vouch for it. It's going to be a beautiful success. Now, what this solution boutique does is something that Deepti will give us a glimpse of. Her title for today's KEO is the Flower Power. So Deepti, the stage is all yours. Deepti, flower power, Deepti.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, for that wonderful introduction. It was a brand new introduction. With my new avatar. So let me share my screen first. Before that, while I'm sharing the screen, I would like to ask any of you, have you heard about batch flower therapy before? Okay, and who else? Because I'm not able to see.
Okay, this is me. Pooja has seen it. Yeah. We've heard about it. A lot of people have said no to it.
Okay.
We can see your screen now.
As Pooja said, this Infinia Solutique is a solution boutique to all the emotional issues, in which there are lots of modalities. Art therapy is there, cognitive behavioral therapy, REBT, rational emotive behavioral therapy, and many other modalities are there. But main modality which binds all of them together is this batch flower therapy. Now, I am registered batch flower practitioner for this particular modality, and today I'm going to share this knowledge with you, because our KEO was designed for these things, where we share new ideas and new concepts and opportunities and so on and so forth. So let me start with this batch flower therapy. So this batch flower therapy, the name itself says batch. So it was discovered by Dr. Edward Batch. He was a surgeon, a physician from England, and he always used to think that, you know, the solution to all our physical problems lies in the nature. And by allopathy or, you know, other medicines, we just treat the we treat that symptoms or you know, whatever is the outcome that we are treating, but we are not treating the root cause of that problem. And that is where he decided to turn his he was a researcher. He invented some vaccines also. He did a lot of research on many things, and then he started his research in Royal Homeopathy College in UK. And there he found that in homeopathy, they take history, emotional history of the patient. And that is where this idea fascinated him. But this has nothing to do with homeopathy. Though he did his research in that college, this has nothing to do with homeopathy. Then he started his research, and meanwhile, he was diagnosed with some tumor, and he was told that he has only 3 months to live. Now, when he got this news, then he thought that, okay, all these years I studied or I did whatever came to me, but now let me do something what I am passionate about. And then he started his research, because this was always in his mind that all the answers are in the nature. And then he started his study in this area. And you won't believe, this is a classic example of Ikigai. He lived 10 years more after this incident when he started his study in this domain, and he got rid of his cancer, and he discovered all 38 remedies and made a foolproof system. And the month he made this system foolproof, the next month, and published, the next month he passed away. So this is something he wanted to always have for, people who can easily access this system. Every time you don't, this is Dr. Edward Bach, and this is about him. And he lived a short life of 50 years, but he did amazing work during his lifetime. And you will find many study material, and you can always visit a website, Bach Center in UK. They have a very good website about his research study and all the remedies that those he has discovered. So this was all about Dr. Bach. Now he discovered 38 remedies. Now why 38 remedies only, or why not less, or why not more? So before he started his research, he found that, he was a very spiritual person, and he had that ability that he could get on certain moods on himself. And then he used, like, say, depression, how one person feels in depression. So he had that ability to get into that mood. And then he used to go and search medicine. So what is that is curing my depression? And that is how he started his study about these remedies. And there he studied the whole spectrum of human emotions, and all the feelings, or all the all those emotions, those are available in humans. All those emotions he covered in these 38 remedies. And then he thought that, okay, if by use of these 38 remedies, there is no other emotion left which we cannot cure with these remedies, with the combination or with singular remedy. And that is where his study started. Now I'll just share it. Those 38 remedies he divided into 7 groups. Now, what are these 7 groups? First is this insufficient interest in present circumstances. So under this, he has some 6 remedies which can take care of insufficient interest in present circumstances, but each remedy takes care of a very unique aspect of this particular issue. Now, if you look at here in this, now I will not go on explaining all 38 because it will be too much, then I will need one more session for this. So let us go through all this, and then I will share one group out of this. So loneliness, he has 3 remedies in loneliness, because he divided that loneliness into 3 types of loneliness. He has then the overcare in the overcare segment, he has some remedies. Then he oversensitivity to influences, despondency or despair, uncertainty, fear, and there is one rescue remedy. Now, this particular remedy, I recommend we all should have in our home, readily available, because all these are flower essences, and these are they have no side effects on us, and they cover all the emotional aspects. And it is always believed, even if you read the Louise Hay's book, You Can Heal Yourself. In that, she has mentioned all our physiological illnesses and diseases, they are the manifestation of our emotional imbalance. Dr. Bach always said, if there is an imbalance in your body, mind, and spirit, that shows in your body in some type of disease. So if there is any cancer, or if there is any tumor, if there is any other disease, that could have some emotional angle to it. And if we cure that emotional angle, and if we take care of that, it always helps in healing our body permanently. And these medicines are, in the bottles where these are the flower essences. There are two methods. One is boiling method and one is sun method, where all these particular flowers, whatever those 38 remedies we saw, those are the flowers, and those flowers are plucked from particular region. They are kept in a water bowl for some 4 hours, depending on the intensity of the sun's heat, and then those vibrations are stored under the medical brandy or medical alcohol, and these drops act on our psychological well-being, and it is very insidious and but you can see the results quickly. These remedies can be used by pregnant women, newborn children, even pets, snakes, fish, anything. Even if you put these olive remedies drops in your water, if you have kept some flowers in your base, if you put some olive drops, those flowers last little longer than usual. So they work on everybody, every living being. And since animals, they are not able to express what they are suffering by their psychological symptoms, if they are cured, you can see massive difference. So we cannot say this is a placebo effect, because if it was a placebo effect, it wouldn't show results on animals and other species. And if you see this rescue remedy, it is a combination of 5 remedies. Now all are made of flowers, but only one remedy, which is a rock water remedy, that is the remedy which is made out of the spring water. Otherwise, all are made from those particular flowers. Now, why flowers? Because flowers is the final expression of that tree. And if you see every remedy's signature of doctor, in the way that plant is, the way it's, the way it grows, the way it blooms, everything is seen in that particular plant, the way this remedy works. For example, this remedy is called wild rose. Now, if you see the wild rose remedy, the signature of doctrine says that it is that a very nice rose which is bloomed, surrounded by all thorns and bushes, but that is there inside. And unless it comes out of those thorns, coming out of those thorns is a painful process. But when you come out of the thorns, there is always a light. But some people, due to apathy, they feel that this is my comfort zone and I can't come out of this. Now, if you give this remedy to such people who are reluctant to come out of their comfort zone, this remedy works wonder. They stand up for themselves and they get out of the comfort zone. Similarly, there are lots of remedies which cover almost all the spectrum of emotions. So if you feel, you don't have to have, major problems like depression, bipolar, ADHD, so and so forth. Yes, it works very well in such issues, but at the same time, it works in our everyday life also. If I am fearful about a particular thing, then I can always take this remedy. Now we will handle this fear. I told you that I will not be able to go through all remedies, but why there are 4 remedies in the fear segment? There is this aspen, rock rose, mimulus, and cherry plum. Now, when we say fear, fear is a very generic term, but there are different nuances to fear. What are those nuances? That aspen is a fear which is a very generic. I don't know what am I afraid of, but sometimes you feel unnecessary afraid of something and you are not able to find out the reason. Why are you and what are you afraid of? Then aspen works. Whereas mimulus works where there is a known fear, that I know I'm afraid of dogs, I know I'm afraid of lizard, or I know I'm afraid of driving. So when you know what are you afraid of, then mimulus works very well for that person. Now, if you see rock rose is given to people. Now, being afraid is a different thing, but how do you showcase your fear? That is also important. So if I'm afraid, okay, I will mention it to my near and dear ones. Okay, I'm afraid of cockroach, or I'm afraid of this particular thing. But if I am seeing a dog across the road and I'm jumping here, just looking at the dog, where dog has not seen me, and I'm creating a ruckus, then rock rose works. And cherry plum is the remedy when it is, you feel that you are losing control, that fear of losing control, that is taken care by cherry plum. So in fear also, there are 4 types of fears. Like that, if you see all 7 groups, there are different remedies which work for a different aspect of your emotion under that category. So this is how the system is very easy to use, has no side effects. And as you see there, we have to maintain the balance between our mind, body, and spirit, and we can avoid many terminal issues or any imbalance in our health. Let it be physical, mental, or anything, because whatever our mind hides, our body shows. So with this, I would like to, and I personally, again, as a Toastmaster, we have to give some personal story. So personally, just a couple of days back, I had this, I just strained my tea from the gas and it fell on me. And I got burned and it was severe, and I used these remedies, and today there is not immediately in 15 minutes the pain was gone and there is no marks, nothing like that, and it is gone in 2 to 3 days. That's it. And these remedies work really wonder. If you have to give a speech, before that you take remedy, you feel very relaxed and you don't lose your patience. So this particular rescue remedy is taken by many people before public speaking. Then there is one remedy for insomnia. Many Hollywood stars take it for their insomnia problem. So there are so many issues which are covered, which I can explain you later in person. Please, if you have any doubts, get in touch with me. I'm always there to help you. With this, I would like to give control back to you, TMOD. If there are any questions, I'm open for it.
Thank you so much. I think I had so many questions related to Bach flower when I heard it. A lot of queries have been solved, but still, I'm sure it's all new for people here. Feel free to put in your question and answers. I'm sure Deepti, as an expert here, she'll be able to enlighten us more. So any questions, raise your hands or put on the chat box. I'm sure Deepti will be more than happy to take any questions. Or unmute yourself and ask her. Deepti, if you can stop sharing the screen, I'll be able to see other people. Yes, we have DTM Christopher with questions.
Yeah, thanks, Pooja. Thanks, Deepti, for the wonderful session. Just a query that I had is, would you share some resources that would be helpful for us to know more about this project that you delivered, or probably the topic that you spoke about?
Yes, definitely. You can search Batch Center UK in the browser and you will get to see all the information about, because Batch Center has their own website where they have all the information about how to be a trainer, how to be a practitioner, and all the information about 38 remedies, all videos, and all the literature about Dr. Batch is available there. And also they sell these remedies also, on their website. Yes, Gilda.
Thank you so much. Yeah, Gilda also have a question. Please go ahead.
How often do you take these remedies? Like, is it a dosage? Is it a daily, a one time?
Yeah, so it all depends on the problem that we are facing. Now, some are mood remedies and some are type remedies. So if there is a mood remedy, let's say I am otherwise very happy, but because tomorrow I have a presentation or tomorrow I have this interview, I am feeling uneasy, and that's where I need a remedy to overcome that particular problem. Then I will take a remedy which will be a one time, or in that particular one day, I will take it 2-3 times. These remedies have no side effects and you have to take it in water. You will not even change, feel the difference in the taste of the water. So, and you can consume it through any food, any tea, coffee, anything. So even if you take extra dose, it doesn't harm you. and it changes your frequency. That is the basic thing. So if you have any emergency situations, take it for that particular situation for 1 day or 2 days. But if there is a type remedy that, okay, I have been procrastinating, or I have been going through some, let's say, if I'm a bipolar person, then that bipolar is going to be there for rest of your life. Then you have to continue it maybe for the rest of your life. Or if there are some issues which are temporary, but it may go long for a month or 2 months to get out of that. So it all depends on the issue, what you are facing, and accordingly those remedies can be taken. And generally it is 4 drops 4 times a day. That is how we have to maintain, so that those frequencies don't get any gap, and we adapt to those frequencies continuously.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Do we have any drops to give to the judges when we are into contest?
Of course.
And they can take it on their own. That is something that I really want. Contest season is on, their mood should be
Concentration
good.
drops, there are concentration drops where judges can take it, so that
No concentration drops, because if we give them, they will catch hold of our mistakes. Something which will elevate their mood, and they're so happy. Thank you so much, Deep.
something, there is one remedy called mustard, which is the happiness remedy. So whenever you are feeling gloomy, if you take mustard, you will feel happy. Now, if you see how it affects our personality. Now, if you see in India, in Punjab area, generally this sarso ke khet and yellow flowers, mustard farms are there. And if you see, Punjabis are generally very happy people. By nature, they're very happy. Nothing is small scale for them. Everything is balle balle, and they start jumping.
Oh, now I know. I thought it was all about the drinks and the patiala they have. It's all about the whiskey. Now I got to know. Deepti, I think Shyam has a question for you. Yes, Shyam, I don't want to miss another question.
Just a quick one,
Yes.
Deepti. Do you have any of the dosage where we can take a control of other person? I'm just kidding.
Controlling ourselves. If you feel that you are losing control, I have a medicine for you.
Yeah, here comes Deepti. As for perfect answers for you. Thank you so much. It was an amazing session. I'm sure a lot of people got to know what to have to themselves and what to give it to other people, and how to give. I don't know how they will manage that.